We have rescheduled our weather kit for tomorrow thanks to our blizzard, but you can sign up today at Luther Family Ford or online anytime at valleynewslive.com. A lot of weather to talk about, and let's get going. First and foremost, blizzard warning for all the pink counties, northwest Minnesota through much of the Red River Valley and into central portions of the Dakotas. The blue counties, you see winter weather advisories posted there. Lower snow amounts, the primary reason, but you'll have some ugly conditions as well. Winter storm warnings where we expect heavy snow, but a little bit less in the way of wind for Brown County, South Dakota, as well as the Baudette and Lake of the Woods areas. And where we're getting heavy rain potential, flood watches through much of eastern and southern Minnesota. You can see the rain, some of it heavy where you see the yellows. The pink, that's that transition zone we were talking about last night, where we have that likelihood for sleet that could accumulate. Freezing rain, when the ground temperature is below freezing, any liquid drops that hit it will freeze on impact. And then we have snow out to the west, Jamestown, up towards the Cooperstown area, down to Ellendale and Gwinner. More likely snow. Now, we already have reports of accumulating sleet in and around the Wahpeton area, and these lines I put here is the most likely area of seeing some of that sleet that could accumulate as we go through the overnight and early morning hours tomorrow. Heavy rain in the yellows here through Lakes Country, including the Pelican Rapids area, the Big Lake, Otter Tail Lake, up toward the Detroit Lakes area. And the pinks into the FM area show that we do have that mixed potential, rain mixed with snow taking place right now. A little bit of sleet as well. Some moderate to heavy bands of snow picked up just south of Gwinner and not far from you in Oaks as well. Taking a look at this setup, this is kind of the guideposts here for us. Where you see the blue, anywhere north and east of the pink that you see here, some very significant snowfall totals will be likely. A lot more rain falling, which will limit your snowfall amount, but you can see this is a big system. Spiraling towards us is the main core of the low, gusts over 70 miles per hour in eastern Colorado. Temperatures above freezing for most of northwest Minnesota. We do have some sub-freezing temperatures, though, here in the valley and just off to the west. And the wind, just now in the last hour or so, picking up in Aberdeen, gusting over 40 miles per hour. It's going to be a very long night. Of course, that limits visibility under any snow conditions. Here is a live look at our Dakota Magic Casino cam at I-29 and Exit 1. And a little bit more juicy is the atmosphere there. 31 at Hector, 34 at the Moorhead Airport with north winds blowing at 18 miles per hour right now. Hour by hour forecast, we're going to walk this through you with mainly the conditions. First and foremost, by 10 o'clock tonight, the wind starts picking up where we see the yellow arrows out west. A lot of rain continuing across greater Minnesota. Northwest Minnesota through the valley and into the central Dakotas, bands of moderate to very heavy snow. So by the 10 o'clock hour tonight and through the duration of the overnight, you see the snow continues for hours and hours and hours. Rain continues for hours and hours and hours off to the east, and we could still have some icing potential first thing in the morning. Notice the red wind arrows. Those mean gusts will be very robust as we go through the overnight hours into the morning. Still windy tomorrow as the snow starts to break up a little bit, and in the afternoon we'll see it exiting off to the east, but the wind will be persistent throughout the day as temperatures fall back into the 20s and freeze things up. Let's take a look at the accumulating ice potential this evening down south. Then as we go through the overnight, we could have a narrow band of very significant icing accumulation to the tune of 1/10 of an inch or more in some spots. With wind, that could be a problem. Speaking of wind, it's a factor in this storm. As we go through 10 o'clock tonight, we'll start to see it really picking up with gusts to around 40 miles per hour. Overnight, it will be at its worst. See that? That's a gust of 59 in Ellendale. This pocket here moves into the FM area and Grand Forks by midday. That's when our winds will be the strongest, with that potential for 50-plus mile per hour gusts exiting later in the day. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast. Windy, blizzard conditions, snow. The line of snowfall potential is greatest right at Fargo, where we could see 6 to 12 inches of snow as we look to the west of the Red River Valley. From Fargo and points east could be significantly less. We're talking 1 to 3 inches for some in Lakes Country. A little bit quieter on Friday, but still breezy. On Saturday, we'll see quiet conditions as well with a flurry. Then we're back into the 30s with some melting going on for your St. Patrick's Day and beyond.
Finally, the quiet shows up.
Quiet is good.
Yeah, thanks, Hutch.
You bet.